Prega per noi peccatori, ora e nell'ora della nostra morte. Santa Maria, Madre di Dio, prega per noi peccatori, ora e nell'ora della nostra
Hello. Thanks everybody for coming. Um, David Richard Todd died a little after 8:30 p.m. on Sunday, November 8, 2020. He was with his wife at Northside Hospital receiving chemo for his ongoing battle with cancer. His funeral service will be held at 3 p.m. on May 22nd, 2021. Um, oh no, sorry. David was born on October 9, 1967, to Clute and Larry Todd. Shortly after David's birth, his father, an Air Force pilot, was shot down over Vietnam and is considered missing in action. David was raised by his mother, grandparents, and uncles, and later by his stepfather, Henry Napier. David grew up in Snellville with his sisters, Jenny and Elizabeth Napier. He loved skiing, fishing, camping, and hiking through the woods. On January 22nd, 2005, David married Bella Azucena Rosales Juarez. Together, they had three children: Sebastian, 14, Ethan, 7, and Mia, 6. David loved spending time with his family, whether they were building swing sets in the backyard, climbing Stone Mountain, exploring trails around North Georgia, or just relaxing at home on movie night. He also enjoyed sneaking out with Sebastian late at night for occasional junk food run while Bella was asleep. David, a lover of practical jokes and of color humor, never knew a stranger. He instantly connected to anyone he met, and he was always ready to lend a helping hand or shoulder to cry on. Because of COVID, David was separated from his family during the last months of his life. Despite this, David made friends with the hospital workers and made lasting impressions on all those people he met. Perhaps Stephen, who kept David company while straight in his room every day, said it best. Mr. Todd was one of the kindest souls I ever met, and he will be sorely missed. David is survived by his wife, Bella, and three children: Sebastian, Ethan, and Mia. Thank you.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond. And that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn. And that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone.
How can we
not talk about family when family's all that we got. Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last
So
ride.
let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
My dad taught me many things in life, such as to never give up, keep 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 fighting till the end. I feel so grateful to have had as much time with my dad as I did. I miss him so much already, and I always remember having the best dad.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dreams that you dream of once in a lullaby. Oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of, dreams really do come true. Ooh, someday wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you did to, oh why can't I, oh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dream that you dare to, why, oh, why can't I,
Hello, everyone. If Sebastian can be brave and come up here, so can I. I didn't plan anything to say, but I think about David all the time, and I just want to say that, I mean, I've been there since the day he was born. A friend of mine shot a firecracker off next to the house, and my sister was laying on the sofa, and it scared her so bad she fell off the sofa. And David was born that night. He grew up in our house with my mom and dad and Chris and my brother Ted and Clutha. And he was just so much fun, and we all enjoyed him. He lived with us for 4 years. His father was shot down and passed away 6 months after he was born. And I remember the army jeep coming to the door, and the soldiers knocking on the door. My father went to the door, and they told him that David's dad had been shot down. And we just tried to make his life as fun as possible. And then my sister met Henry, and then her life started again with Henry, and they had a lot of fun together. And David was always so happy, and he was always such a joy to be around. I'll miss him every single day. And we all loved him so much. He was just so much fun and such a funny guy. Um, I know, Belle, I know you and the kids are going to miss him more than anything, but you know that he loved you so much, and he'll always be watching over you all. And his Aunt Pammy will always love him.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hola as well. So I'm David's youngest sister. And I want to say specifically, of course, the loss of David has been very hard on all of us. But I also want to say I'm not only his sister to him, I am your sister too, Bea. And I love you. And most importantly, I am the aunt to his three wonderful children, Sebastian, Ethan, and Mia. So, anyone that knows David knows that he loved his family, specifically his closest family, so much that through the years that he was battling cancer, he fought for you guys. When it came back, he fought again. He went through chemotherapy, God knows how many times, and it was for his kids and his wife. So, we can all say, in that aspect, David was a hero because he never gave up. Even in the final days he was dying, he was still fighting to the very end. And of course, the last year was very difficult because, like Asasina said, Bea, that we were not able to see him because of COVID. So, fuck COVID and all of that. But so to going forward, I don't want to stand up here and say that David was perfect because he wasn't, because nobody is perfect, and that's okay. We all make mistakes. But I want to give you an accurate representation of my view of my big brother, who was also my protector. So, anyone that's met David knows he had a short fuse. He was quick to anger. He would say, God damn it, fuck them all, and we're all a bunch of bitches. That's how David was. And that's okay because he had that fire in him. And that fire also is in all of us, and especially in his children, who are natural fighters in a good way, because to get through this life, you have to be a fighter. And I think that you guys definitely have that. And I love each and every one of you so, so much. So, going forward, I want to share my personal experience from having a brother that was about 19 years older than me. So, I'm 34 now, and through the ebbs and flows of life, even though David and I didn't necessarily always get along, we're siblings. Siblings fight. You guys are going to fight with your siblings. But what's most importantly is that you guys come back together and support each other when it actually matters, and not fighting over candy, Takis, or a toy, right? So, and life is going to get more difficult going forward. So, I just want to share that through the natural ebbs and flows of my life, my brother has always been there. Whenever I called him and something was going on or whatever, he would tell me the best advice that I can bestow upon you: they can fuck right off, right? So no one's gonna, you have to care about yourself, and you have to be tough. So let me say, going forward, looking at my notes, sorry. So I want to say, most importantly today, I want to remember and I want to share with you that David had that fire in him. He had that fight. Maybe sometimes you didn't need to fight in the grocery store or in traffic and things like that, but sometimes the fire just comes out, and that's okay. Not everybody has that, and that's a very, very special quality that if you have it, you should harness it and use it how you want to make your own life successful and happy intrinsically. So his family are some of my most favorite people in the world. As David was there for me, Bea is there for me, Sebastian is there for me, and so is me and Ethan, even at their young age. And I want you guys to know I will always be there for you. When David was passing away, we had a three-way phone call with him, Jenny, and I. We promised him we will never, ever not be there for you guys. And he wanted us to promise. And I just told David, I was like, you know what? That's a stupid question because you don't have to make us promise. We love them. Mia is my goddaughter. Sebastian and Mia, I mean, Sebastian and Ethan, sorry, other godmother that's here, they're also my godson, so we can share, right? So I just want to say that look at his children, look how beautiful they are. They're all intelligent, they all have such unique, special personalities. And that's thanks to David. David loved them and he never stopped loving them. And I want everyone to remember that, especially as children. They are the most important three people in this room, and David would agree with that. So, anybody that doesn't agree with that, you can fuck right off. So, thank you, David, for being an awesome brother, and I love you.
Our souls will leave this land most peacefully, though our minds be filled with questions. In our hearts we'll understand when the river meets the sea. Like a flower that is blossomed in the dry and barren sand, we are born and born again most gracefully. Thus the winds of time will take us with a sure and steady hand. When the river meets the sea. Patience, my brothers, and patience, my son, in that sweet and final hour, truth and justice will be done. Like a baby when it is sleeping in its loving mother's arms. What a newborn baby dreams is a mystery. But his life will find a purpose, and in time he'll understand when the river meets the sea. When the river meets the almighty sea.
Trying to decide whether or not he wanted to say something, say a memory of David, but he was afraid he might cry. And I told him it's okay to cry, absolutely. And if there's something you want to say, you can say it now, or when I'm talking, or after I'm done talking. But it's your right to say something, and if you want to, you should. What, huh? Well, come on, I'm here with you.
So like David loved everybody, and
Oh, there we go.
They loved everybody, and um, everybody always loved him, and he's really important for us and special for us, and hopefully he's doesn't suffer anymore from that cancer. Anyways, fuck cancer.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. We're not going to be invited back here, probably from the way we all talk, which is a good thing. Nobody must be dying back to a funeral home. Sorry, I had to do that. I know David would have been incredibly disappointed if I didn't do that. Um, I'm not going to chop anybody up, I promise. So, for those people that don't know, that's from the movie Cobra. Um, David loved that movie and he loved quoting it all the time. Matter of fact, the ching ching was our greeting. And if you were coming in, he's like ching ching. If you were leaving, ching ching. It could be super annoying, but that was David. But if you know David, you know that he loved movies and quoting movies. And Cobra was one of his favorite movies to quote because sometimes you pick up the phone and he'd be like, "Go ahead, I don't shop here." Or, what was the other one from Cobra? Um, "You're the disease and I'm the cure." And it can be really annoying, but of course you miss that today because you don't get to do that anymore. But we can ching ching with his kids and teach them the next generation about the greatness of Sylvester Stallone movies in the 80s. Um, but I don't know if Cobra was his favorite movie, but we certainly watched it a lot. Every time it came on cable, we watched it. Um, we only had one TV in our house, so that meant if he watched it, I watched it. I don't know that I loved it, but I watched it a lot, so I do know all the quotes and all the songs and everything that went with it. So that's why the ching ching was so important. Um, we fought over the TV a lot. He usually won. We fought a lot growing up, as anybody with siblings know. I was a little sister, so I got beat up a whole lot. He wasn't shy about, punching me in the belly or in the nose, and I probably earned a few of those punches. We fought so much that our mom hated us. But I think everyone that knew my mom in this room knows that at some point or another, she's always hated everybody. So it's pretty much everybody's hated by mom. So that wasn't a big deal, except for the little guy. So Sebastian's probably the only one that she knew and didn't hate at some point or another. Um, but as much as we fought, he was also my biggest champion, and he was the big brother that was always there for me. I remember one time I was having a really bad time at work. It was a toxic work environment. It was a whole hell year for me in my life, and he knew it because I'd call and he'd always pick up the phone and complain, and he'd complain about his work too, and we bitched together. But I don't know, it was like 7:30 in the morning, and I was sitting outside my office, and I was just like, didn't know how I was going to go in. How can I go in and face another day of this crap? And my phone rings, and it's David. And it's 7:30 in the morning. Like, what the hell does he want? It's 7:30. Why is he calling me now? I'm trying to feel sorry for myself. But I pick it up, and just out of the blue, he says, "Hey, you're really awesome, and you go in there and knock him dead." And I don't know how he knew I needed that right then, but he did, and that's what siblings have.
It's what you guys are going to have. Even though you fight, you're always going to be there together for each other. And that day, that what he said to me that day, not only changed the trajectory of my day, it changed the trajectory of my life. He made me reassess who I want to be as a person and where I want to go in life and to follow my dreams. And that's what I'm doing now. And that was based on something that he told me. So that was kind of my favorite story about David. So there's a quote that is strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives. When he isn't around, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he? And David left a really big hole, and I think everybody feels it, especially his family. But in the immortal words of Shang Tsung, death is only another portal. And I think David is still with every one of us in this room. And he sends us those signs all the time. Whether it's a note that he stashed on the back of a picture so she would see it later on, or whether it's a cat that's in your backyard that's watching over you. He's with you all the time, and he's here all the time in our hearts. And I know that we're going to see him again. David's life was cut short, but when he was alive, he really lived. He lived to the fullest, and I believe that that's true, and that's an inspiration for us all. And if he showed us anything, he showed us that even though it's not always movie quality, it is a wonderful life. Have to go with the movie quotes because he loved them. Thank you. And that was the song selection. If everybody hasn't figured it out, they're all from movies that he loved.
Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's life. Trying to make ends meet, you're a slave to money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know the one that takes you to the places where all the things meet, yeah. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mold. I am here in my mold, but I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mold, no, 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 no. Have you ever been down? change, I can change, I can change. But I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. Have you ever been? I can change it, you know. I can change it. 'Cause it's a bittersweet symphony that's life. Trying to make ends meet, trying to find some money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know the one that takes you to the places where all the things meet, yeah. You know I can change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mode. I am here in my mode, and I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. I can change my mode. No, 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 no. We got to change my environment. Melody inside me. Can't change my violence. Melody and violence. Can't change my violence.
I just want to say thank you all for coming, and I want to share my love story with David. For those who don't know, we met through a blind date to my sister. Um, when he showed up, he was wearing a Hawaiian yellow shirt, some jeans shirts, and some sandals. And I look at him and I was like, where did he leave the beach? I was like, there's no way we're going on a second date. He kept asking and calling me, and I told him that we can date, but he was not allowed to hold my hand, kiss me, or hug me. And he said, okay. I was like, do you understand what I said? He was, yes. I was like, is he crazy? What is wrong with this guy? So he kept telling me, if you let me, I will get in your heart. I will make you fall in love with me. And I was like, sure. Well, let me tell you, he stole my heart. I love him so much. And he gave me the biggest wings. And instead of cutting my wings, he spread them wider. And he left me the most beautiful children in the world. And I will always, always love him. He taught us to be strong, even when there's not a chance to win, just to fight, no matter what. I love him. Will always love him. Thank you all for coming.